Hey viewers, welcome back to the channel. This is kind of an impromptu video, and I'm not going to go into great detail, but this is going to be an install video for the Mctunning rock lights. These are RBGW LED rock lights, and got these off of Amazon. I'll throw a link in the description so you can see, but they seem to be, I wanted something that was a little bit better than, say, bottom shelf, but I don't have the budget to spend, you know, like a few $100s on these. So I think they're under $200 price point, but they seem to be really well made. Get a really nice wiring harness on this, and good connectors. Everything's waterproof. So I'm going to put those on. The reason why this is really impromptu is my buddy Drew just texted me and said, hey, you want to go wheeling? And I was like, yeah. And I made the comment that we should go night wheeling. So he's like, hey, let's go night wheeling. And I'm like, cool, I got some work to do. So that's why we're doing this today. Okay, so I have this kind of mocked up just to show you guys how the installation is going to work. So this is the transfer box. And basically you've got a passenger and a driver side, or vice versa, however this is set up. But these are to be run in conjunction with one another. So you've got basically a male and a female end for each light, and then they're just going to go in series here, one on each side. So makes it really nice because then you're only doing one line down and then one line back, and then there are two in the kit. This is supposed to be specifically for a Jeep Wrangler, which was another thing that I liked about it. But at the end of it, one of these ends has a waterproof, waterproof cap on it, so it can't connect to another one, but it won't let any dirt and debris get in the electrical connection, corrode it, short it out. But what you want to do first is take your lights, then I kind of lay them out to how I want to do it. So I'm going to do wheel well underneath the door, wheel well, and then underneath the back bumper. And then for the passenger side, it's going to be for the front engine bay, and then the same on the other side. So pretty simple. Nice thing too is it does have these extensions. So we're going to lay them out, and hopefully we got enough for everything. So, okay, slight update. I'm planning this out. This is one of the important things with wiring. You want to try and get stuff kind of figured out the best you can. So I'm going to turn the camera around here and show you what I got. So on the instructions, it says to run the control box here in the middle, but I want to run this light here in the middle to go over my axle. So I'm going to slide the control box over to here, and this is all going to be underneath, and then this will shine here, so that will connect, and then hopefully I've got enough room for this light to tie into this light, and then I've got an extension to the middle, extension to the back wheel, and then on the other side the box will be over here closer to the driver's side, so it will tie into this, and then that one will extend, middle light, extension, this light, and then the tricky part is trying to get that light to tie into the one on the very back. So worst case scenario, I might have to order one more extension, but I would just not have that very back light. So not the end of the world, but gonna start installing and see what we come up with. Right, everybody. So what I'm gonna do is, where I've got aluminum fenders, the metal isn't magnetic, obviously, so I'm going to just use double-sided tape. That usually works pretty well. I've got some Gorilla brand here, and literally we're just gonna stick that up there and grab the light here, and then it's gonna go up in like so. I could mount it on the aluminum like that. I was thinking about pop riveting it, but that seems a little bit intense and very permanent. So with the double-sided tape, if I don't like the position, I can easily take it off, move it around a little bit. I should have enough slack in the wiring. And then I also picked up some LED lights here. That's red, and what it's going to do is it's going to illuminate behind the Metal Cloak logo. So that should look pretty sweet, and I think I'm going to, I'm not sure how I'm going to wire that up yet, and I think I'm just going to install it and then maybe do the wiring at a later time when I've got more time, because this is a little bit of a rush job. So the control box, I'm just going to probably zip tie, find something maybe on this bracket right here, and then that should give me enough room, something along those lines, kind of away from stuff, but still easy to get to if I need to. So I'm gonna throw these things on and show you what I'm working with. All right, everybody, so I've got the rear fender off on the passenger side, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this strip light. So I've cleaned the back right here, and this is where I sprayed so that M is going to show up. So this is just regular lighting tape, and it's got a 3M backing. You just clean it off, peel and stick it. Just do a little bit at a time. Go. This stuff's pretty tacky and strong, and the nice thing is with the cover, it's not going to get any dirt or debris on it. Work that behind here. Okay, and then what will happen is when that lights up, it'll shine in there, and then some of the light will go down. Honestly, it'd be better if I had like a block or something I could put it down here. If I put it up here, it's not bright enough to shine all the way down there, but that should work out really nice for us. Do want to show too, this stuff is designed to be like clicked together, so there's actually a connector here, but I've just got some black electrical tape around there to cover that connection. So now I'm going to install the rock light right up here, and I got it cleaned up already, and then we put the fender back on, or excuse me, fender cover liner, and should be all set. So took my hat off, got a little hot, but yeah, pretty simple stuff, guys. I know I get a lot of notes of things of people wanting help with installing the rock lights, but honestly, it's just crawling underneath your Jeep a little bit. So you do oil changes or tire rotations or anything like that, you can install rock lights. This kit that I have is actually very nice, and I'm happy that with the way that I have it routed, everything fits. So that was my one concern. But yeah, we're gonna get this on here because it's getting late and I need to get to bed. All right, everybody, so I've got the back done on the driver's side. So the driver's side is completely buttoned up, and I've got the lights on red, so I'm gonna flip the camera around and have you guys take a look at the rock lights. So showing you where we put the light. It's right here, and then I got the wiring going up just underneath there. There's no real tension on here. It's a little tight, but I got that one pulled there. And then what I also did too is it's going to be, I don't have it wired up yet, but I've got LED strips here so that when they're on, it's going to light up the M for the Metal Cloak logo. So when the rock lights are on, they're so bright, they're going to wash that out. But when they're off, it should be a really nice kind of just back glow effect, which is what I was going for. I did just have enough wiring for this light, or excuse me, you see where I'm pointing. So from the tire well light to go up underneath to the back bumper light. So I've got that one tucked up in there, and it's showing the differential there really nice. So, and then I just used one of those 3M connectors or wire mounts like I was talking about, and tied up any loose stuff. And there's a bundle of wire under here with the extension because it was too long. But all in all, pretty easy job, especially on the Wrangler. So now I'm going to do the other side, and then I'll have a video clip of this with the lights off so you can really see how much it lights up, and might play around with the app a little bit to see different functions and features it's got. All right, everybody, so finally got everything wrapped up, and got the wiring done for the rock lights themselves, but then I'll have to do the accent lights, I guess I'll call them, there in the fender well. And so I've just got those tidied up pretty well, and then I'm going to go through and actually wire those at a later date. I did this just because we're going to go night wheeling here in a couple days, and wanted to get it. So I've got my wiring for the electrical harness just kind of laid out here. I'm going to disconnect this all tonight and finish it up on Saturday before we go. But I'm going to run the top wire over here, and then the connector comes up by the driver's side headlight there. So without further ado, turn on the switch here, and we're going to turn off some of the garage lights, give you guys a better idea of how this looks. So as you can see, good coverage, looks really nice. So yeah, obviously the more that you have, more lights you have, the better it's going to look. But I feel like 8 is a really good number for a Jeep. Minimum I would say is 4. So you can do the wheel wells, the wheel arches. That looks good. But I personally like 8 because then you've got underneath the engine, underneath the doors, and should give you about 360 degrees of coverage. So I'm going to pull out the app now, and we'll kind of mess around with that, and you guys can see what the functions on the app are. All right, everybody, so I wanted to kind of just show you how the app works on here. So we're just gonna click it, and it immediately came up, and then this is what it looks like. And so you can go on the color wheel and just change it like that. Do rainbow, solid color, and then like a slow fade in and out. So if you did music, you could do that. What are the modes? So you can do, well, that's kind of cool, so that it goes back to front, or so you got a ton of options. I mean, you can do custom modes. I mean, it's got all kinds of stuff on there. And then of course you can set it to music if you want to, which I'm not going to do anything with that for copyright reasons, of course. You can change the brightness or the speed. So, I mean, it's one of the big things with these setups are the apps. And I mean, that was super easy. It literally connected right now, wasn't an issue. The other thing I'm going to show you guys real quick is something that I'm kind of excited about, being a radio head. I'm going to turn the light back on over here. And I'll show you here real quick. All right, so we're in the Jeep, and I'm going to turn it to the on position. It's going to go through its cycle and everything. I'm going to turn on the radio here.
If you or someone you love is struggling
and
with prescription drug misuse,
I'll turn that down. So it's got a commercial on there. There's a talk show, sport channel or whatever, so there shouldn't be any copyright music issue. The important thing is there's a little bit of static on it. So we're going to get out of here. Hear the whine of the Jeep and everything. Roll down this window here.
I say get stronger. I'm not referring solely to physical strength.
So this is actually kind of cool. So everybody listen to the radio. There's no difference. That was one of my fears with getting a less expensive rock light kit, because on the ZJ they throw off all kinds of radio interference. So the common question of, hey, I got these LED headlights and now my radio doesn't work, or I got these rock lights and I can't hear people on my walkie-talkies. Why is that? The cheaper produced products don't have the radio frequency blockers built into them. They're kind of like open circuits and they produce a lot of interference. Me being a ham radio operator, that's really important because I've spent a lot of money on my radio and I want to be able to use it. So I'm really happy and really excited about that, especially because I just have this thing. I mean, it's just got the clips on the battery terminal. That is not a good connection. It's literally just hanging out here for, you know, me setting everything up tonight. So really happy with that. Seemed to produce pretty good light. Like I said, it was built for the Jeep, which is really cool. So I'm glad. Let me get out here a little bit too close for you guys. I'm really happy with that. So it's going to wrap up the video. Check out the next video I'm going to do. We're going to be night wheeling, so you'll get to see these bad boys in action. And just in Vinton County, stuff you've already seen a lot, but it's been a minute since I've been out there, so it'll be fun to kind of see things. So it's going to wrap up the video. Anything else I can think of? Oh, thank you very much for those who have subscribed. We're over 400 subscribers on the channel, which is awesome. So on to 500, you know how I work. But 99% of you aren't subscribed. I realize you might see one video that I've got and then click on something else. I get it. There's tons of creators out there. But I'm just an average guy trying to, you know, build the channel. So I really appreciate you if you have. And if you haven't, it doesn't cost you anything. Just click the bell icon, hit the subscribe, helps grow the channel. So, because then I get to do more fun stuff with this thing and hopefully make stuff that you enjoy. So if you like it, great. Tell me. If you don't like it, great. Tell me. Always trying to improve myself and make the videos better, the editing. That's probably where I struggle the most, is the editing, because I want to get the videos out quickly, but then, you know, this video is probably going to be 10 minutes long, and then, you know, I've been working here in the garage for 4 hours. So with that being said, it's late. I got to work tomorrow, so I'm going to wrap this up. But appreciate you all. Have a good night, and we'll see you on the trail.